Hi, Todd VanDenburg here with VanDenburg Capital Management and another Uncommon Sense update. So last week we had a great week in the markets with the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ all finishing up over 2%. We love to see that. This can't go on forever, 2% a week, 1% a week. You know, there's going to be down weeks, but in general, our bias still continues to be cautiously optimistic for continued economic growth into 2018. In addition to that, last week we heard that the GDP for in the U.S. for the fourth quarter came in at 2.6%. That's a little below what we thought we were going to see for a variety of reasons. I made another video on it, and so I'm not going to go into great detail on that right now, but that 2.6% is well above the average we'd seen in prior years, and so we're still pretty happy with that. Also, last week we heard that the U.S. is going to start imposing a 30% tariff on some washing machine and solar panel importers because it's believed that the countries of origin where those devices are coming from are sort of gaming the system and flooding U.S. markets with low-cost product to the detriment of jobs in the United States. Now, what that caused is a change in the exchange rate between the dollar and the euro. Now we're at about a 125 exchange rate. For the better part of the last few years, we've been at as low as 105. But let's not forget that in the years preceding that, 135 was the norm. So even though we're at 125 now, meaning the euro's getting a little stronger, it's not the end of the world. It will have an impact on GDP as we go forward if this number continues to strengthen for the euro. But still, we're just heading towards the historic average, so nothing to worry about there. But what I do want to talk about in a little greater detail here is the concept of tariffs and what they do to prices and jobs. So if a country, call it Japan, is flooding the United States with some equipment at a very low price. It's not Japan, but I'm just using that as an example. That might help consumers, so we can buy that product at a much lower price, but it hurts jobs in the United States because now we can't manufacture that stuff here, and so the people that would normally do that stuff in the United States go unemployed. So this is going to be an interesting experiment. We haven't really done this to a great extent in quite some time. And so we're going to be watching this really closely because we like good, high-paying tech jobs in the United States, heck, high-paying jobs of any sort in the United States. But if we're going to get there because we are causing products to go up in price because we're not importing them at a lower price from a foreign country, it'll be interesting to see how that weighs out. So we will be watching that pretty closely. This coming week, tomorrow as a matter of fact, we're going to have the State of the Union. That ought to be interesting. We're going to be watching for what kind of promises are made. That does sort of set the tone for what Congress might try to do as far as passing legislation. So we're going to be watching that pretty closely. We have been watching earnings pretty closely as well. The S&P is reporting fourth quarter earnings right now. So far, so good. But we will be reporting more on that later. And then one final note, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing our State of the Market update here in Santa Rosa, 4 different times on a Tuesday and a Thursday, 2 times on Thursday, 2 times on Tuesday. Those invitations will go out here shortly, so be on the lookout. If you'd like to be added to that invitation list, shoot us a message, either a message on this video or a message to our email address here, or give us a call, and we'll happily add you to that distribution list. So all in all, not a bad week. Lots of information will be coming in the following weeks, and we'll be following it pretty closely as we think you should too. That was your update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a like, give us a share. We certainly appreciate it. And I'll be back in the next couple of days with another Uncommon Sense update. Thanks for watching.